Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Battle Brothers Fight Guide, where I explain to you how to defeat various groups of enemies and Battle Brothers. I never actually have the same intro because I kind of just wing it every time. Today, looking at Serpents. Serpents were introduced in the Blazing Deserts DLC, and they are another beast enemy, which means you don't want to fight them in the early game. Like direwolves and notchrazers, you don't want to fight them in the early game because they don't really give you anything. They give you crafting components, but you're not crafting shit, on like day 20, so it doesn't matter. Uh, I looked at the wiki, I think you can craft like snake oil for money, and you can craft larger, handgun ammo pouches. So at least with like direwolves, you can get the direwolf mantle, or with, notchrazers, you can get the necklace that gives you resolve for early game, but you're not using handguns in like the very early game. Probably can't even get a handgun. So there really is no reason to take this fight like super early. I say that, so then when people I'm preemptively saying, "Oh my god, everyone's in 300 here, like do this fight earlier." Why would you do this fight earlier? Like for a contract maybe. But like this is not a fight you need to really be taking. They don't really give you much at all. So it's okay to avoid serpents entirely until you're, day 100 or day 125. I think what you really need in this fight is you need good armor, because this is kind of an armor tanking fight, especially on some people. And you need good accuracy. Because these guys they have really low HP, but they have really, I would imagine, they have really high defense. I have done probably like 4 or 5 test runs of this, right now, just to like try and like work out a tactic. I found that archers are really bad. Like 100 plus accuracy archers are missing like a lot, a lot, a lot. So with your 75 archer, your early game archer is probably not doing anything. So right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass. I'm probably not even. I'm just kind of holding my turns right now, see where they go. But then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to just walk forward maybe one. What So snakes, if you're unaware, they have a couple of interesting abilities. One of which is a grab, kind of similar to, I think, the Kraken. Like, so the snake could grab this dude and like pull him in. So you obviously don't want that. In an early game, these guys are gonna die. Snakes do a lot of damage. They do a lot of armor damage. They don't seem to do a lot of armor pen. But when they break your armor, then they like kill you. So if you have a guy in 80 mail and he gets thrown into these serpents, he's gonna get pulled in. He'll get pulled in here by this dude, this serpent. And then this red one back here will pull him in further. And then he'll be like in the back, unable to be rotated out, and then he'll die. So that's why I say you really need good armor. Because if someone does get pulled back, you want it to be someone who can actually take a hit or two. All right, so you're gonna hold. All right. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually just gonna pass. Do I want to do? Yeah, I'll just pass the rest of these turns. Okay. So snakes, they have one attack that costs them 5 AP, which means that they can only attack once per turn, no matter what. They can move 2 in attack, they can move 1 in attack, or they can move 0 in attack. They can only attack once. So they don't want, the thing is, they don't really want to be 2 away, because these dudes here cannot hit. If I'm back here, only these guys can move forward 2 and hit, because they can only hit adjacent tiles. Their grab has a range of 3, but their attack only has a range of 1. So staying away like this is actually incredibly useful. So I'm going to pass my turn again. Some of the snakes are going to not want to move forward, which is totally okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass here. They go before me. Snakes have really high initiative, and according to the wiki, when they have a guy adjacent to them, they have higher initiative, which doesn't seem to matter because they already go in front of you. So what that means is they would maybe beat some of your archers and maybe beat some of your initiative tanks. That's about it. So what we're seeing here is that snakes are moving forward to the one in front, which means my two-handers can actually walk up and smack them. Yeah, I lose out a turn on the back rows here, but I don't really care about that. If anything, moving those guys up would probably get them grabbed, and that would be detrimental. So what the snakes have done here, it's kind of similar to Ancient Undead, in that you're passing so that they waste their turns. They don't get any attack. So now I'm gonna all right. So I'm trying to game this. So you're gonna walk. You're probably gonna go here. You're gonna go here. You can go here, 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 here. All right. What you want to try and do is get the guys on the. You want to kill the snakes on the corners. And what by corners I mean, this is a corner. Like you want to. So he walked up and hit him. This guy's gonna walk up and hit him. So that's a corner snake. You leave this one. This dude walks up and hit that. This dude walks up and hit that. So you're double teaming the snakes because they seem to take 2 hits to kill with these two-handed weapons. And so I could Indomitable right here. I'm not particularly worried because I'm gonna throw this mammoth right in there. And the snakes, I don't think, from what I've seen, they don't grab when they have a target they can hit. The grab takes 6 AP, so they can move 1 and grab, but they have a like big range. But so if I throw this guy here, these 3 won't grab him, so I don't. This guy could maybe grab him, but I don't think he will. Just watch me say that, obviously. All right, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna stun. Gonna focus that guy. All right, right here. Taunt. Taunt is honestly probably unnecessary. You probably don't need the taunt. All right, so we're gonna go here. Awesome. Alright, he did get grabbed because he wasn't adjacent to anyone. So, you do get staggered, which means you go last, which is, I guess that's an issue. But they're already going ahead of you anyway, so I don't. The turn order with a grab just means that you go after your other brothers because the snakes are already going ahead of you, so that's not really a problem. Alright, that's a shame that didn't kill. Yeah, this is a fight where I actually don't think that taunt is that necessary. Alright, I'm gonna walk over here and try and kill these guys. Nice. Go up here. You're gonna miss. Stun, stun. Dab, dab. Snake morale was pretty shit. Try and get some kills here. Hitting your targets. What's that? Alright. So yeah, I don't even think taunt is necessary in a lot of these videos. I'm like, oh, use taunt. But it doesn't really matter because what you're doing is you're already throwing you're already throwing these dudes in, and you have to kill the snakes. So they go ahead of you. So what you saw here is how they all went. Then these dudes walked up and hit, and then the mammoths went. And they could have taunted, but I'm honestly not that afraid of snake damage. So I don't particularly care about like, oh yeah, in early game, I guess, but in early game you wouldn't really have taunt to begin with. So I'm gonna hold. I guess I could go there. Alright. Probably should have taunted there. Honestly, but whatever. Nice. Nice. And here. So, by late game, snakes really aren't that hard of a fight. So people might say, "Oh, well, sure. What about early game?" But you don't need to fight these early games. What I tried to explain in the beginning, because they're not going to drop anything that you actually want. So you don't particularly care. It's kind of just a slog fest right now. Oh, I missed? No way. Alright. But what I've found here is... You didn't really see it in this video, because I think I did it very well, is not being in a straight formation is what's going to screw you. So what I did is alright. Just talk before I kill this last snake. I stayed in a line here, which means I didn't send anyone forward. So the snakes, a lot of them lost their turns, and they couldn't. There's no one for them to grab and focus on. by like going, if you go up like piecemeal into the snakes, they'll grab that one of them's gonna grab. Even if it's a 20% chance, this is like totally arbitrary. Like, if a snake has a 20% chance to grab a brother over an attack, if you have like 10 snakes in front of you, that means like two of them are gonna grab you. So, and a grab, I'm pretty sure isn't always gonna work. So then you're screwed. But if you stay in a line like this, then they're not gonna grab you. They grabbed who did they grab? They grabbed this dude. But then my guys were right there anyway. They could just rotate. So it's fine. But if you walk forward to get grabbed, you're behind enemy lines, you can't be rotated, so if you start taking hits, you can't be saved. It's like a total shit show. Because you can't stop it. So being in in a line formation there is okay. I missed some attacks on the first turn, but by like this dude didn't attack, he didn't attack, this guy didn't attack. Maybe he got grabbed, but so I missed some attacks on the first 2 turns, but that's okay because I didn't get grabbed. Getting nothing actually went wrong there. I didn't get the best possible outcome of everyone getting hit, but I avoided the worst outcome of everybody getting grabbed, which the grabbing is far worse than getting an extra pike hit and a banner hit. Doesn't really matter. So you want to stay in a formation. You want to be patient. Let the snakes waste their turns walking forward and use your low initiative to counteract that by being 2 away from them. Guys in the back will walk up, be 1 away from you. You walk forward and hit them. And once everyone's adjacent, then they can't be doing the grabs. So I guess the other option could be to just run forward at the snakes and get adjacent to them immediately, but that seems really dumb because you don't have to. You let them come to you, then they're adjacent, can't do any of their stupid grab moves, and then you win. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys soon.